Being a hero. What does it mean to be a hero? Well, dictionary.com defines a hero as a person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. For example, a war hero. It's also apparently another term for a submarine, but that's a presentation for another day. We as a society love heroes, whether it's the big-time heroes like the ones that show up on the big screen or in comic books, or just day-to-day heroes like firefighters or soldiers. And it's not just in America either. There are heroes all around the world, everywhere from North America to South America, Africa, Australia, Europe, Asia, Antarctica. Anywhere you go, you'll hear stories of heroes from people, whether it's ancient tales of people like Greek or Roman mythology, or just stories of heroes that you encounter day to day. If you ask anyone what makes a hero, their response is likely to include something about sacrifice. When we think sacrifice, we usually think of death, giving up your life so that others might live, or risking your life for a cause that you believe in. But there are other forms of sacrifice too. Sacrificing time or money are probably some of the more commonly used ways to sacrifice that we see on a day-to-day basis. People that volunteer most of their time, or people like Bill Gates who spend most of their money going towards charities that they believe in. These are the traits that make people a hero, and everyone needs a hero, and I'm no different. As a kid especially, I needed a hero. I struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts frequently, and I didn't have very many friends, and the ones I did have also struggled with this, so there wasn't much comfort from that. I also struggled with my teachers and peers of making fun of me or ignoring me whenever I had a suicidal thought and I brought it up. I was always told I was looking for attention. These are things that I still deal with to this day, and I still need a hero. Despite all this though, I've found and I still find comfort in shows that feature a hero. And as I grew older, these shows started offering stories that captivated me. I became really interested in these stories, and you could say that they're partially responsible for saving my life. As I watched these shows, I became really interested in what kind of terms that the story writers used and how they implemented certain things, the challenges that the characters had to face, and the problems that they had to overcome, the obstacles that were placed in their way. I started placing myself into these stories and wondering how I would do it, or I created characters in these stories so that I could create an additional story to the one that was already created. So eventually these stories and shows inspired me to want to create my own story and my own show. And that's why I chose to go into my creative writing and screenplay major so that I can fulfill my dream and create a story that will help people similar to me. When I say that there are people similar to me, there are people out there just like me, people who struggle with depression and suicide, and I wanted to help them in any way that I can so that no one else goes through what I had to go through. More than 13% of people my age in America struggle with depression, and I know that the media can really help them. It's become my passion to create a story to help those in need and inspire them the same way I was, and I know I can, because to quote the late Stan Lee, maybe one person can make a difference. This is my calling in life, and even if only one person is saved through this, then my calling is fulfilled. Thank you for listening. You can find me at Facebook at Nathan Rewalt or email me at nrewalt@gmail.com. Remember, be the hero you needed for the people who need it most. And even if you feel insignificant to one person, you mean the whole world.